Jose Mourinho and Roma are no more, of course, over in Italy, but Internazionale still top the charts, of course, over in Italian's top tier. Of course, what's going to go on this weekend? We're going to take a little look next. That's right, folks. Batman's Game Around prediction video. Today we'll take a look at match day number, 22 over in Italy, and we'll get to that in a second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe button, mate. All things Internazionale related. That's Serie A related, World Football related, Blackburn Rovers related. We've got it all here, boys, under one roof. Of course, I'm still on the road, trying to get the videos out here to you. But of course, the situation, as of right here, right now, has Internazionale topped the charts over in Italy. But can they still be there in a very, very tight two-horse race for the Championship of Italy? We'll take a look at all of it in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. And again, if you do, make sure you subscribe. Your one-stop shop for Serie A continues right here at Batman Overseas. Again, I am coming at you recording this a little bit early. I am recording this on the 21st of January, and the game between Lecce and Juventus is still it's actually being played as we speak. So bear that in mind as we go over this. Of course, a very, very hodgepodgey kind of Serie A fixture list this past weekend. So Roma, 2-1 winners over Hellas Verona. Of course, no more Mourinho. I think De Rossi, took over the reins. We'll clarify that in a little bit. Of course, Udinese did lose to AC Milan, 3-2 win final score. Frosinone, 3-1 win over Cagliari. Home with a 1-1 draw on that one. And Pauli, big 3-0 winners over Monza. I went the other way on that one. And of course, Genoa, 2-1 win over Salernitana. I want the 0-0 draw. The rest of the games were all didn't happen, of course. I think there was a Coppa Italia shenanigans going on, but Juventus are taking on Lecce. Did go with a 2-0 win, so that may or may not happen. Of course, right now as a recording, in the 17th minute, it is 0-0 between the two sides. What have we got? What have I done here? What have I done here, guys? And what have I told mess? But the situation looks like this right now. Inter are top the table with 51 points. Juventus have got 50 points right now with that draw. But of course, if they were to win, they could actually go top. Of course, we'll see about that. Game in hand, though. Game in hand. Remember, AC Milan in third, Fiorentina in fourth, going down. Salernitana and Pauli and Hellas Verona. That's the situation we find ourselves over in Italy. But of course, it could all change very, very soon as we look forward to the next round of games. And we're going to take a look at those right here, right now. Of course, in a very, very packed fixture list, of course, over in Italy. So let's get into it and, of course, have a look at the games that we're talking about. We're going to talk about the first one here, Cagliari against Torino. Now, that takes place on Friday, January 26th. Now, these two sides have locked horns in the past 39 times since 1993. We've got 11 wins for Cagliari. We've got 15 wins for Torino, and we've got 13 draws, of course. The biggest win for Cagliari, 3-0 win, scoring 44 goals in total in the course of those 39 games, 1.13 goals a game on average. Torino, 4-0 win, their biggest, 56 goals scored in those 39 matches, 1.44 goals a game. Torino on 58% form for them right now, just one of the past six. They are 10th with 28 points on the board. But against Cagliari side, 33% form for them right now, just one win in the last six. They are 18th, 18 points, 17th in the table at the moment. Last time around, over at the Unipol Dumas, was a 1-1 draw back in December 2021. They did play each other back at the start of the season. It was a 0-0 draw over in Torino. So we'll see if it will be a different scoreline this time around. 21-10 is Cagliari, 94 is the draw. 11-8 is, of course, Torino here. I don't know which way I've gone on here. I think I've gone with the draw, that's right. Pretty much backing up that opening day fixture this time over in Cagliari. Next up, we have Atalanta up against Udinese. That's on Saturday, January the 27th. Now, these two sides played each other 54 times. In 1993, we've got 17 wins for Atalanta, 18 wins for Udinese, and 19 draws, of course. The biggest win for the hosts, 7-1 win, scoring 71 goals in 54 games, 1.31 goals a game on average. Udinese, 5-1 win, their biggest, 67 goals scored in those 54 matches, 1.24 goals a game on average. Udinese on 42% form for them right now, just one win in six. They are 16th at the table with 18 points on the board, up against Atalanta, who are flying high, up to 6th in the table with 33 points on the board, unbeaten in the last five, 75% form for them, winning 4 of the last 5 matches. Last time around, though, between these two sides over at the Guais Stadium, it was a 0-0 draw back in March 2023. The odds, though, for this one, we have 15-8 on as your Atalanta, 16-5 is a draw, 11-2 is, of course, your away win. I'm back in a 2-0 win for Atalanta. They're cooking right now, and they're making a break for that top 4. Meanwhile, Juventus against Empoli coming at you also on Saturday, the 27th of January, the Allianz Stadium. Of course, they are in action right here as we speak. Up against the Empoli side right now, though. Looking forward to this game. 27 times these two sides have played each other since 1987. We've got 20 wins for Juve. We've got 4 wins for Empoli, 3 draws. Of course, the biggest win for the hosts here, 4-0 win, scoring 58 goals in 27 matches, 2.15 goals a game for the hosts, of course. Empoli, though, 4-1 win, their biggest. 22 goals scored in 27 matches, 0.81 goals a game. Just 1 win in 6, though, for Empoli right now, 25% form. They are 19th for the table with 16 points on the board, of course. Meanwhile, Juve, 6 wins on the spin, 100% form for them as of recording, and they're coming into this second of the table with 49 points on the board. Of course, last round over at the Allianz Stadium, it was a 4-0 win for Juventus back in October 2022. But the odds right here, right now, we have 10-3 on. Juventus, stone cold favourites. 70-4 is the draw, and 9-1 is, of course, your away win. We're back in, though, Juventus here. 3-0 win, job done, 3 points, and maybe making a push for that top spot. Of course, AC Milan against Bologna. That's right, coming at you at the Giuseppe Meazza. Now, these two sides have played each other 47 times. Since 1996, we've got 31 wins for Milan. We've got 6 wins for Bologna. 10 draws, of course. The biggest win for Milan, 5-1 win, scoring 86 goals in 47 matches, 1.83 goals a game. Bologna, 3-0 win, their biggest. 40 goals scored in 47 matches, 0.85 goals a game. Bologna hit the skids at the moment, 42% form for them right now, without a win in the last 4. But they are 7th, 32 points on the board. Up against the Milan side, 83% form for them right now, winning 5 of the last 6. They are 3rd, 45 points on the board as well. Last round, they're over at the Giuseppe Meazza. It was a 2-0 win for Milan back in August 2022. But the odds right here right now, we've got 11-8 on is your AC Milan, 13-5 is the draw, 4-1 is your long shots. That's Bologna. 2-1 win for me for AC Milan, 3 points in the bag, keeping up the mixer there with those Champions League spots and maybe more than that. Genoa coming at you against Lecce, Sunday the 28th of January. Of course, now these two sides played each other 19 times since 1983. We've got 9 wins for Genoa, 5 wins for Lecce, 5 draws, of course. The biggest win for Genoa, 4-0 win, scoring 33 goals in those 19 matches, 1.74 goals a game. Up against Lecce side, 3-1 win, their biggest over Genoa. Of course, 21 goals scored in 19 matches, 1.11 goals a game. Lecce, though, without a win in the last 4, 33% form for them over the last 6. They are 14th for the table with 21 points right now. Genoa, 67% form for them right now, unbeaten in the last 6, 12th for the table, 25 points on the board, of course. And the last time that these two sides locked horns at the Luigi Ferraris, it was a 2-1 win for Genoa way back in July 2020. The odds here, though, 21-20 is your host, 21-10 is the draw, 3-1 is your Lecce here. Got to go with a 1-0 win for Genoa. Squeaky bum time, 1-0 win, that'll do. 3 points in the bag, and we'll see if we're right on that one. Meanwhile, Verona up against Frosinone coming at you also Sunday, January the 28th. These two sides have played each other 7 times. Done 6-1 win for Verona, 5 wins for Frosinone, 1 draw, of course. The biggest win for Verona, 2-0 win, scoring 9 goals in those 7 games, 1.29 goals a game on average. Meanwhile, Frosinone, 2-1 win, their biggest, 12 goals scored in those 7 games, 1.71 goals a game. Frosinone are in 13th right now, 22 points on the board. They've just 1 win in 6, 17% form for them right now. Verona, 2 wins in the last 6 games, 33% form for them. Heading into they're 18th with 17 points right now. Last time around over at the Stadio Maricanto Bertagodi, it was a 2-0 win for Verona back in September 2016. That was in Serie A. The odds here, 7-5 are your hosts, 2-1 for Frosinone, 9-4 is the draw here. Verona get a point here, Frosinone also a point. I don't think anyone's going to be happy with that as their quest for survival continues. Monza, they're taking on Sassuolo also on Sunday, January the 28th. These two sides have played each other 10 times. 2006, 3 wins for Monza, 4 for Sassuolo, 3 draws, of course. The biggest win for Monza, 4-2 win, scoring 14 goals in those 10 games, 1.40 goals a game on average. Sassuolo, 3-1 win, their biggest, 16 goals scored in 10 matches, 1.60 goals a game on average. Sassuolo, just 1 win in 6 right now, 25% form for them. Up against the Monza side, also on 25% form for them. Sassuolo 15th with 19 points, Monza 11th with 25 points. But of course, the previous match over at the Stadio Berriatano, it was a 1-1 draw back in January 2023, of course. But the odds here for this one, Monza is 5-4 for the victory, 21-10 is your away win, 12-5 is the draw, of course. Come on, Monza here, 1-0 win, 3 points in the bag. Can they do it? We'll see if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Lazio taking on Napoli, a bit of a crunch clash. This one probably the game of the weekend, or one of the games of the weekend. Played each other 51 times. Since 1993, we've got 18 wins for Lazio, 24 wins for Napoli, and we've got 9 draws, of course. The biggest win for Lazio, 5-1 win, scoring 68 goals in 51 matches, 1.33 goals a game on average. Napoli, though, 5-0 win, the biggest, 83 goals scored in 51 matches, 1.63 goals a game. Napoli, 42% form for them right now, 2 wins on the spin for them, 9th at the table, 31 points on the board. Up against the Lazio side, 5th at the table, 33 points on the board, 83% form for them, just 1 defeat in the last 6, of course, for the Sarri ball. That's right. Last round over at Stadio Olimpico, it was a 2-1 win for Napoli back in September 2022. But the odds here, we have Napoli 90-10 for the victory, the hosts 29-20 for the victory, 11-5 is, of course, the draw. It does smell like a draw, but I've gone with a 2-1 win in the end for Lazio. Of course, the quick-eyed amongst you may have caught the other 2 picks, but we'll talk about them anyway. It is Fiorentina against Internazionale at the Stadio Armento Cianci. That's coming at you on the 28th of Jan. It is, of course, Fiorentina Inter. 60 times they've played each other since 1984. We've got 13 wins for Fiorentina, 33 wins for Inter. We've got 14 draws out of course. Biggest win for the hosts, 4-0 win, scoring 78 goals in 60 matches, 1.30 goals a game. Inter, though, 4-0 win, also their biggest, 105 goals scored in those 60 matches, 1.75 goals a game heading into this one, of course. The current leaders, 75% form for them right now, 5 games unbeaten. They are top of the table with 51 points on the board. Up against the Fiorentina side, 2 defeats in the last 4, of course, 58% form for them over the last 6. They are 4th with 34 points on the board. Last time around, though, over in Fiorentina, it was a 2-1 win for Inter. That was back in May 2023. Scrap that, reverse it, spit it on out again. The last time they played each other in the league was October 2022. It was a 4-3 win for Inter. That was, of course, in Serie A. So Inter, got a good recent record against them. But the odds right here, right now, we've got Fiorentina 10-3 for the victory, 11-10 is your Inter, 12-5 is the draw, of course. Tight one, this one. I'm going to go with a draw here, 2-2 on this one to see if, of course, we come out on top. We've got to come back next week, of course. And then wrapping up on Monday, January the 29th, it's Salernitana up against Roma, of course, now under Daniel De Rossi's managerialship. Played each other 7 times in 1988. 1 win for the hosts, 4 wins for Roma, 2 draws, of course. The biggest win for Salernitana, in fact, their only win, was a 2-1 win, scoring 8 goals in those 7 games, 1.14 goals a game. Roma, though, 4-0 win, their biggest, 15 goals scored in 7 games, 2.14 goals a game on average. Roma on 42% form for them right now. Of course, 2 wins in the last 6. They are 8th, 32 points on the board. Up against the Salernitana side, who are rock bottom with 12 points right now, 4 defeats on the spin, and are looking to try to get back into winning ways. Last time that these two sides played each other over in Salernitana, it was a 1-0 win for Roma, who were unbeaten against Salernitana over the last 5 matches, 3 wins, couple of draws. Looking to extend that run here today. 4-1 is your host, 10-7 on is your Roma, 11-4 is of course your draw. The Rossi will get off, keep on keeping on with him with a 2-0 win, and of course that will put them in a good position as they try to salvage their season, of course. And that, my friends, is what I've got for you. But of course, don't forget, get your own picks in using the Super Brew. We'll be back to normality very, very soon. But this is the table. What I think will happen after this week's matches: Inter top, Juventus second, AC Milan, and then Atalanta. Going down, though, Salernitana, Empoli, and Udinese. The race for the Champions League spots are still wide open. Roma still in the sniffer there, so are Fiorentina, maybe even Bologna as well. But of course, those will pick up a little bit of heat over the next few weeks. But until then, subscribe, thumbs up, catch you later for the next one, whenever that is. But until then, we're done.